actually did it. Oh my god. That visibility though. Yeah, it's not bad at all. I've retrofitted headlights before, but for some reason this one looks kind of weird. I don't know if it's just me or if it looks crooked, but I already did one side. There's no going back right now. So about a few weeks ago, before I moved to Texas or anything like that, I had this bright idea of buying these DRL headlights, which were super popular in the New Edge community, like super popular. So I went ahead and bought them for around 120 bucks. They were cool. They functioned like a normal headlight, but they had this DRL running right here. Pretty cool. But at the time, I didn't think it was cool enough, so I went ahead and opened these up and I spray painted everything black. The insides are all black, everything's blacked out. And I'm not even gonna lie, during the day, it looks badass. It looks awesome. But at night, that's where it really hurts my visibility. And it's to the point where I don't even drive at night. Like, my day ends at around 5:20 every day. If I gotta do groceries, before 5:20. If I wanna go grab something to eat, before 5:20. Because after that, it's gonna be dark, I won't be seeing anything, and I really don't wanna crash my Mustang because of something dumb that I did. So there's only one way to solve this solution. And that, my friends, is retrofitting them. And ignore these wires right there. I haven't installed everything completely. And I'm hoping with these retrofits that it'll really help my visibility. And the best part about this is that it's all under $100. Alright, so as far as the retrofit goes, that part is super easy. You have a projector, then you have the shroud, you just go ahead and bolt it on together. Then you have the LED, you put it in there. Well, I guess HID. Well, you have the HID, you can go LED, but I want HID. You put it all together, you wire it to the car, and that's it. But as far as getting to that point, it's a little bit more tedious, but it's not that hard of a job, I guarantee you. I'm gonna be doing all the things in this little room right here. Come on, brother. Yes, sir. Come on, come on. Bam, just like that. And before we go ahead and start anything, I like to go ahead and remove that extra residue, because I know when we're closing it up, this thing is going to get in the way, so it's better to do it now than later. But before we go ahead and get to the cutting, I want to go ahead and talk about the projectors. And I'll go ahead and have everything linked in the description below. So if you want to go ahead and retrofit yours using these items, you know where to find them. So these three things are what we're going to need in order to actually make the projectors work. Obviously, number one, the actual projector. Number two, the HID harness. And number three, the HID conversion kit. So for the projector, I went ahead and ordered the Nightlight 2.5 mini HID H1 projector. And keep in mind that this is a very budget setup, and this is the same one that I used for my last retrofit, and I had no problems and no issues whatsoever. Next up is the HID harness, which I went with the Z's HID 9007 HP5 relay harness. And for the conversion kit, I went ahead and went with the Xenon HID Xenon headlights kit. And with that out of the way, we can go ahead and start the cutting. And this is going to be a little tedious, and well, first off, we don't really need this since we're going to be using that projector. So go ahead and take this part off. And this is the perfect time to go ahead and spray paint everything black if you want that blacked out look. Alright, so these next two steps are going to be very, very important to fit this projector onto the headlights. So obviously the projector is going to go where the old bulbs used to go. So it's going to fit just like that. The way it is right now, that's basically the way it's going to sit. Actually a little bit more tucked in, but you get the idea. But in order to keep this in place, there's a little locking nut that goes behind and screws onto the back of the projector. But obviously we have this little housing right here, which doesn't give us any room for entry right there, as you can see. So the first part that we're going to go ahead and cut is we're going to go ahead and shave this down enough to the point where this end right here, this end is visible through the other end of the housing. So we can't be covering that up. That part is very, very important. I feel like this is pretty confusing. Like, I feel like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know if I'm explaining it well enough. It's super easy, but the way I'm explaining it, I don't know. We'll see. So the next step is this middle housing right there. And usually you wouldn't be messing with this at all. You would just go ahead and leave it like that, and then that would be the end of it. But since we have this DRL, they kind of shaped or formed the housing a little bit different. So obviously we want that projector inside, but as you can see, It's not going through. It is not going through. Mostly because of this little flap right here. On the regular 99 through 04 stock headlights, this little flap is flush to the bottom. So you don't have to worry about that, like I said. But since we have that DRL, they kind of have to make it fatter, and they kind of aim the flap upwards like that. So basically what I did on my passenger headlight is I just went ahead and cut this down halfway. You could just cut it down to the shape of like the projector, but I just went ahead and cut it down halfway. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I'm actually finished. It'll make sense. Promise. I promise. I promise. Yeah, and it'll probably get messy. Oh, dang, my camera. Kind of messed up a little bit right there, if it'll focus. But it's flat enough to the point where I think we can get that through. So I think I'm happy with that. And bam, a tight fit, like a really, really tight fit. But I think that works. And then this is the nut that I was talking about. It comes provided with the kit. As you can see, we have enough room back here. We just go ahead and screw that on. And then we can go ahead and screw on this attachment right after. This is where the HID bulb is gonna go, so this holds it in place. Fast forward a few minutes later, I went ahead and sealed it. Not completely, just in case I have to rip it apart for some odd reason. But yeah, it's not bad at all. But before I go ahead and go out there and actually connect it to make sure that it works, I'm gonna go ahead and explain the wiring real quick. So like I said, there are three components: the actual projector, the HID harness, and the conversion kit. So the conversion kit is the kit with the actual HID bulb, which as you can see, we connected inside the projector. Just goes in, and then there's a little clip that holds it into place. And this is what basically connects to the car. So you have your connector right there, and then you have your positive and your negative and all that good stuff. Now, as far as the actual projector goes, you have these two little connectors which connect to the HID conversion kit. So these two are gonna go together. And this part right here is gonna connect to the HID conversion kit. So just like that. And that's how these three are all connected. And then you have this little wire right there, which is also supplied in the conversion kit. So that's how they're all connected. If it doesn't make sense right now, when you actually buy the stuff and you go ahead and connect it, you'll be like, oh, that's what he was talking about. Alright, so everything is connected right now, I believe. I went ahead and turned on the actual headlight knob. Now I'm just going to go ahead and put the positive to the positive, negative to the negative. And hopefully they should turn on. If not, oh man, please. Okay, that one's on. Oh, that one's not on. Why is that one not on? Oh, because that one needs... Okay, gotcha. Okay, thank God. So the way that this harness works is that it draws power from this connector. So this one is not even connected to anything at all, but I forgot to go ahead and connect this one, so probably connected right there, something, maybe right there. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead and use this time to connect everything, hide all the wires, make it look good, and finish up the rest of the job. And then I'll go ahead and show you guys how it looks at night so we can get a good idea of how it looks, how visibility is, and if it's worth the less than $100, I guess. So yeah, let's do this. All right, it's not completely dark yet, but I think I went ahead and connected everything correctly. At least I hope. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn these on. And if I did everything right, we should see light. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's a different shade of white. Okay. And then, bam, boy. I actually did it. Oh my God, that's awesome. Man, I am a little bummed out that that looks kind of bluish. It looks like that one's a little crooked. Damn, I'm probably gonna have to fix that. All right, moment of truth, 3, 2, ooh, actually look at that visibility though. Dang, I'm actually pretty, I like that. Actually, that's good enough for me. And check out the headlights. Yeah, it's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. I went ahead and straightened this one out so it looks similar to this one. It doesn't look lopsided anymore. Yeah, I'm actually... Oh yeah, now I can definitely see. Let's go ahead and check the high beams, see what's up with that. High beams, 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, it's not perfect. It probably needs to be straightened out, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So not bad at all for a cheap budget retrofit under $100. That's crazy. That's crazy. And by no means is it perfect. I mean, like I said, the coloration is off. The white is a little more blue than I wanted it to. And it probably needs to be aligned here and there, but it gets the job done, and that's all that matters. But anyways, guys, I think this is where I'm going to go ahead and end the video. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to drop a comment, let me know what you guys thought. Make sure to give this video a huge thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe and share with your friends. And I'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace!